Hey, it's Adam. Welcome to Trust Native English. Have you ever been in a business meeting or an interview or some scenario in English where you felt lost because the language was, well, a bit too native? Maybe the vocabulary was too advanced, or maybe they were using too many phrasal verbs. Well, this video is going to help you get a step closer to never feeling like that again. We're going to learn 12 business phrasal verbs that natives use all the time in the office. Because in English, and particularly business English, most students shy away from using phrasal verbs. But as they're such an essential part of our language, we must start feeling comfortable using them. So get ready to boost your business English and start using some native level phrasal verbs. Let's crack on. Okay, so the first phrasal verb that we're going to look at in this list is deal with. To deal with something. Now this means to resolve something, to handle something, or to work on something. For example, our HR manager will deal with all staff training and development. And we're going to need more sales staff to deal with so many customers. The next phrasal verb we're going to look at is take over. Now this means to take control of something. For example, Sarah will take over the finance department and become the new manager. She will take over from the previous manager. And in the pronunciation, remember to connect the K and the O of these two words, take over. All right, the next phrasal verb is look into. We are looking into something. And this means to research something or to find out more information about something. For example, we are looking into new software for our finance team. So tell me, what are you looking into in your career or your life right now? Perhaps a new career path, a new course that you're looking to do? Let me know in the comments below using that phrasal verb. Next up is the phrasal verb call off. To call something off. This is a separable phrasal verb, so we can put the object in between the verb and the particle. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about here, then check out this video on the 7 steps to master phrasal verbs. Now, before I tell you what the phrasal verb call off means, let's start with the example and see if you can understand from the context. They had to call the meeting off due to traffic. And the deal was called off due to compliance issues. So, can you understand from these examples, from the context, what call off means? Well, it means to cancel something, quite simply. To cancel an arrangement or an appointment, to call off the meeting, or to cancel a business deal. The next phrasal verb is to put off, to put something off. Another separable phrasal verb which means to postpone or to delay something. For example, we put the board meeting off for a couple of weeks. And can we put off the training session until next week? Next up is a really important phrasal verb that we use all the time, which is catch up. To catch up with or to catch up on. Now, with the phrasal verb catch up, there are many meanings, but right now we're going to focus on 2 meanings that are perhaps most common in business situations. And the first is to catch up on something. So this means to get work or tasks done that should have been completed earlier. For example, I need to catch up on the new marketing proposal this week. And the other meaning that we're going to look at for catch up today is to catch up with someone, which means to meet with someone after a period of time to find out what they have been doing and to really have an update with them. For example, we caught up with the CEO yesterday. And for my Brazilian friends in Portuguese, this would probably be something like alinhar, atualizar, or colocar o papo em dia. Okay, we're halfway through. Make sure you're writing these phrasal verbs down and create some examples with your own professional area of the type of language you would use. And if you're enjoying this video, let me know by clicking the like button and subscribe button below. All right, let's get back to the final 6 phrasal verbs. All right, next up is get back or get back to. And this again is a phrasal verb that has multiple meanings. We're just going to focus on 2 which are very commonly used in business. So the first meaning is to respond to a contact or to someone, to get back to someone with your answer or with your feedback. For example, thanks for the job offer. Can I get back to you next week with my response, with my answer? Or I'll get back to you tomorrow with the sales figures. Means I'll contact you tomorrow with the sales figures. And the second meaning of get back to that we'll look at today is really quite simple. It's to return to something like a subject or a location. For example, the traffic was so bad that we didn't get back to the office until 4 p.m. We didn't return until 4 p.m. Okay, next up is the phrasal verb take on, to take on something or someone. And this really means to accept responsibility or to hire some new staff or even accept a new client as well. For example, she took on her colleagues' responsibilities while they were on holiday. And just one more example, during Christmas, we take on additional staff to deal with the increased demand. Remember the phrasal verb deal with? Next up is the phrasal verb follow up, to follow up on something or with someone. And this means to check afterwards or to improve on an earlier action. For example, remember to follow up with your client tomorrow to ensure they're happy. And I'll follow up on this next week to check it's all going to plan. Next is the phrasal verb draw up, to draw something up. It's a separable phrasal verb and it's typically used by lawyers and HR personnel. And it means to write or prepare something like a written document or a contract typically. But be aware that we don't really use this with an email or a letter. It's more formal documents. For example, my lawyer will draw up a contract and send it to you for review. Or the NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, was drawn up 2 weeks prior to our meeting. The next phrasal verb is pencil in. To pencil something in is a separable phrasal verb, which means to set an appointment or a meeting of some kind, but not confirm it as final because you know that the time or the date may change. For example, let's pencil in the budget meeting for January. Or let's pencil something in for tomorrow morning. And for my Brazilian friends in Portuguese, the phrasal verb pencil in would be something like deixar marcado. And the final phrasal verb in this list is to run by or run past. And here I'm not talking about physically running. This means to show someone your ideas or tell them an idea, hoping for their feedback or approval. For example, that's an interesting idea. Let's run it by the boss and see what she thinks. And with that, we have finished these 12 business phrasal verbs that you can start using at work right away. Here is your business English challenge for this video. I'd like you to write 5 short but professional sentences in English using some of these phrasal verbs that we've looked at today. You can write them in the comments below for me to see. Check in the description below for my recommendations on practice resources. If you like this video and channel, then please do hit the like button and subscribe for even more native English and business English tips, insights, and lessons. Plus, feel free to connect with me on social media. You'll find all the links in the description below. And if you want to learn even more English right now, then check out these 2 videos over here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.